Thanks for joining me again for another Pixie Talks review vlog.
Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks. Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks.
Woo! Christmas is almost here! And with just a little over a week to go, it is time to review something really special for the holidays. It's been tradition on this channel for the past 3 years to review Tolkien-related titles in December because the Hobbit movies all came out in December, which was the perfect opportunity to delve not only into the Hobbit films themselves, but all of the animated Tolkien films. So since there are now no more Hobbit movies, and thank goodness, and no more animated Tolkien films to review, I thought that this year I would turn to Tolkien's Christmas book, The Father Christmas Letters. The Father Christmas Letters, also known as Letters from Father Christmas, are a collection of letters that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote to his children from Father Christmas. It's not hard to conceive of the man who wrote The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings as a highly imaginative person, imaginative enough to want to fully immerse his children in a sense of wonder every Christmas, which he did to spectacular lengths by writing them elaborate letters from the jolly old man himself. They were later collected by his children and published posthumously, and it is absolutely heartwarming and charming. The letters begin when the children are quite young. They tell of all the mishaps that happen at the North Pole and the things that Santa and his chief helper, the North Polar Bear, get up to. North Polar Bear adds little annotations and addendums to Santa's writing and at times even adds his own P.S. Santa and the Polar Bear often send the kids drawings of some of their adventures, though they quarrel over who is the better artist. At first, the only featuring characters are Santa and the Polar Bear himself. Polar Bear is a very eager helper, but oftentimes quite silly and clumsy, leading to all sorts of spectacular hijinks at the North Pole. But as the years progress and the kids get older, the letters begin to get more elaborate as Santa tells them tales of the grand Christmas parties he holds with the elves and the snow people. Polar Bear's younger cousins begin to make appearances, and Santa and his troop often find themselves at odds with the evil goblins that live in the mountains. In fact, that's probably one of the most interesting and engaging bits of the book. Santa and the North Polar Bear one year find themselves in all-out war against the goblin hordes, though they successfully manage to drive them back. There is also a lot of great linguistics talk as the North Polar Bear attempts to teach Tolkien's children about rune alphabets and the language of the North Pole. It is also filled to the brim with Tolkien's own drawings and illustrations, and it's absolutely beautiful. The drawings are imaginative and filled with a sense of childlike wonder. Though Tolkien's drawing style was raw and unrefined, it was bursting with life and creative energy, and so much comes through with these illustrations, especially lovingly crafted to bring Christmas to life for his children. Now, we don't, of course, get to see the letters that were written to Santa from the children, so there's often a few little gaps of information missing as Santa replies to some of the things that they have said. But for the most part, it's easily pieced together. His daughter has clearly written to him to tell him about all of her stuffed animals because Santa asks after them and to see how they were doing, little things like that. It's also neat as these letters were written before Lord of the Rings to see how the small seeds for Middle-earth were growing. The Goblin Wars, for instance, and the Santa figure, who many have pointed out seems to have a great resemblance to a certain wizard. Wait. Oh yeah, totally canon. Gandalf is Santa Claus. I absolutely loved reading this book. It was a fully immersive experience. I feel like Tolkien really captured the essence of imagination and heartwarming love for the Christmas season, and it did my heart good. And I highly recommend giving it a read this Christmas.
They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace.
And that's it for my review of The Father Christmas Letters by J.R.R. Tolkien. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you are having a wonderful Christmas season. And with that, I'll see you next week. Bye!
Believed in Father Christmas. I looked to the sky with excited eyes.